Hey, what's up? Back again.
That first bass note hit me in the chest, and I was just like, there's no way that's 2/8.
MB Enclosures has his own YouTube channel, and this guy is an animal when it comes to designing boxes.
Hey, it's that time. Kick a CompQ 10. I've been looking at this subwoofer online with different videos that people did unboxing and free air tests, and I actually shared it to my boy Twan. I said, man, you see the throw on that Q10? So anyway, since Kicker and I have a good community between both of us, I asked Kip, I said, hey man, send me, I'm finna start reviewing larger subwoofers, so send me a CompQ 12 so I can unbox it. It didn't have none in stock. Like he said, he always take care of distributors. He said, I'll look at the stock level after we take care of our distributors and see what we got left over. So there was no 12s left. They satisfied all their obligations there. And so they had the 10 to 15. They asked me which one I wanted. I said, man, send me the Q class 10. Not the CompQ 10. He said, sure. And then he also sent me a L17 and a CompQ 15. You know, Kicker love the channel, and you know I got almost love and respect for Kicker. So we get to unbox this CompQ 10. And what I'm gonna do this time, then put your hand back on. Put your hand. Show them. I paid for that. So put your hand on here. Let me get some money back. I don't care. I'm gonna put your hand right there. Bing. Yeah, so Vanna. Okay, now Vanna. Now, go unbox it. I love the packaging that Kicker do with their box. I mean, your subwoofer is gonna be very secure. Look, your subwoofer is gonna be secure, arriving to you. Seriously, very well protected. You could actually stand on top of this box and won't hurt the sub. They superior packaging from Kicker. Superior.
I don't recommend that.
Yeah, but I don't recommend you stand on top of the box. So you're a plumb idiot. You do that. Hey, mountain gasket. That's nice. Very, very nice touch. The cutout. If you don't have a circle jig like I do. I love the manual. The bag. And they also have, Kicker always give you things to hide your mounting hardware. So you put this over the hose. I'll show you. Put these over the hose of the subwoofer so you can't see. It gives a very aesthetic look. Very, very clean mountain look. So let's just set that to the side over here. Take off some styrofoam. And let's get to the goodie, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You move that for me. Ooh, boy, y'all see that? That's some force. That's some force. So it's come wrapped in plastic. Now, let's do something different here, baby, because I always go from the top to the bottom. But let's go from the bottom to the top. Let's look here. And since you basically are a novice, what would you ask? What are you curious about looking at the back of this motor? What are you curious about? And I must say, you look exceptionally well tonight. I can't wait to get this unboxing.
Is this gonna need a lot of power?
Is this gonna need a lot of power? Looking at it, you're saying because it don't have a big motor, that it looks like it's gonna need a lot of power to move. And you are exactly right. So efficiency. Efficient subwoofer. Now I think it has an 80. It's in the 80s. I think it's like
There's the manual.
Yeah, there's the manual right here. This is a very efficient subwoofer. Some of you gonna be turned off when you say, oh, I need something that's gonna handle 15,000, 1,500 watts to get what? You got a subwoofer. Most of y'all got these subwoofers they can handle 15, 12, 15. You still ain't hitting 150. You spend all this money on electrical and you still ain't hitting 150. Some of you getting 210s and you right around where I am with these 2.8s. Them other 8s are wasting one around here. So you're getting all this power. You want a subwoofer to handle all this power. And I'm asking you, what are you actually getting if you, like in my channel, you're just getting 2?
Or from my perspective.
Your perspective.
What's your reasoning for so much?
Wanting so much power to get a certain given loudness. Here's Kicker's going to give you a subwoofer that's very efficient with a, does it have it here? Yeah, sensitivity in the 10. I was right, 85.3. 85.3. I think I'm looking at the text in the 80. When you get the D2 version, is 86. In the 10, most of the subwoofers that come out today, y'all looking at 86. In the you get 86 in the 12. Some of them you ain't even want to get into the 15 because you don't always preach efficiency. Kicker knows their efficiency on these subwoofers. They gear it for that. They gear it to be match paired well with their amplifiers. They work well on most, plug and play systems. So look, you're right. It does not take a lot of power. It has a magnet boot, a very nice magnet boot to hide to give you that static appeal because to me, the magnetic boot keeps the heat on the subwoofer. But this is in no way this going to encumber you from getting inside the box. So now you have vents on the back plate. Machine grooved all the way on the inside. Now, Kicker uses a top plate and back plate as a unipole design, if I'm not mistaken. No, the top plate, the top plate, this plate here is a unipole design. So effectively, this is all one piece. So all the energy, all the heat can be dissipated fairly quickly. Now, flipping it over beside the magnet boot and the vents on the back. What else do you know? Now we okay, well, let's keep it this way. I just like to look at this boy. He's so nice.
That's a beauty.
He's a beauty. He look. Oh, so we doing what? Has this look like any other subwoofer that you have seen that I built a box for people dropping subwoofers off? Does this look like anything else? No. So
no.
Original basket. Okay. Yeah, it did. Yes, it came from China, but it looks like no other subwoofer on the market. You have not seen nothing that looks like this. So what does that tell you? Truly, Kicker research, design, and engineering. For a fact, this is not theirs. This is theirs. Now, the shape of the subwoofer, I'm gonna tell you something, does remind me of another company. A company that's in the three tier as well, and that 3 tier, the bottom tier is RE Audio. You know, RE Audio, Scar, Sundown, these other people. That's me. That's the 3rd tier. I spoke about that on my live feed. But anyway, one of my live shows, NBA live shows. So, and Friday at 9 o'clock. This design, particularly when I get to unbox the Comp 15, you're going to see this looks reminiscent of the RE Audio design in that it tapers. Let me flip it over. This basket tapers severely from here to there. Yeah, like, almost like a bullet. If you look at it from the side, you'll see. Yeah, it does kind of have a bullet shape, like a 38. And this design, number one, it minimizes mass. So the power handling is going to go down. But it's also with the power handling it can handle, baby, it dissipates heat. This basket, this whole design of this basket, even the vents on this back plate, all this whole aerodynamic look, is to make airflow like how B2 Engineering, B2 Audio did with their engineering on their subs, and so quiet that is the quietest 8 I've ever played. Well, I'm expecting to get the same thing, the same performance and quietness listening to this comp, because this sub is geared for not just the sound quality people love when they say round subs sound better than square subs, because they never bought a square sub. But also it's geared toward to have the impact of a Q class. So it's going, in fact, I'm told by Kip and even the guys you call on the phone at Kicker, you're going to be impressed with the sound quality, even surpassing the Q. Okay. Not because it's round, but some other features, things they did with them soft parts. But this whole basket design, I love the fact they put all the terminals on one side. I wish the 3rd tier guys, if y'all watching, Scar, Sundown, CT Sound, why don't y'all start putting all of them on one side, man? This is the ease of installation with all the terminals on one side will help anybody. I don't care what brand you want to use. This is true. I don't know if Kicker patent it, so you can't do it. I was just about to say, Kicker patent it. Go ahead and stamp and seal it. They might have patented it, so you can't use it anyway. He can't take it. But I don't know, because American Base, his XR12s, he copied. But we know Bob does that a lot anyway. So with that being said, now we come up to, now y'all can't see it, but these are fins, dissipate heat. But I can see that it has a 2.375 voice coil, It has that black spider webbing. Black webbing with the lace. Oh, that's a good shot right there. There we go. With the waist, the tinsel leaves, you can see it right there. The tinsel leaves are woven into the spider, as you can see there. It has the blue spider. Well, the spider is black. The webbing on top of the spider is even more. Instead of doing a dual spider, like you see a lot of guys use, they did a single spider with whatever resin coating they put on it for rigidity. But then they put a webbing on top of that spider, like a spider web. We know what a spider web can hold things 12, 13 pounds.
Trap.
Yeah, trap and hold things way past its body weight. Silk is a very silk. Y'all know silk is very strong. At one time, silk was used in bulletproof vests before they got the Kevlar. So it's a very strong material. So Kicker used that spider webbing design and put on top of a spider to give you more linearity. That's why that Q class, that 8s that people didn't heard in my vehicle, that's why they sound so well. It's because of the superiority of their spider with that webbing. The only company that puts webbing on their spiders. That is going, that's a Kicker first. So when y'all start seeing webbing on spiders, don't forget that came from Kicker. All right, then. Now, let's go up top. We got past the original design, the original basket, the bullet look. We know this looks like no other sub on the market. There we go. Now we get to the top. You get your 8 bolts, nice. And this is where the Mountain Hardware thing comes with. Nice clean look. There's a lot of you into aesthetics as well. So when you screw the bolts in, you can turn right around and hide them. Ain't that neat? That's cool, man. That's a nice look. If this subwoofer was not 11 inches wide and I had the volume, it would be inside that mega cab. Seriously, baby. Seriously. My boy Nod told me he heard one. He heard a single one. He said, I can't wait till you put it in the box. He said he heard a single one of these and he couldn't believe it. Now, let's go up top. We know the cone is 3-piece, a 3-piece construction. This cone is extremely rigid, extremely light. The ridges that they put inside the cone on all Kicker subwoofers, they're not for cosmetic purposes. These ridges to help strengthen the cone so that at the forces, the G that it's subjected to as it moves back and forth, no matter what the frequency, there's no warping in the cone. I don't know, some of y'all think y'all genius, but I'm going to tell you something. Paper's going to warp a lot faster than plastic. So the rigidity of the cone is always going to lean toward the plastic cone. And if you don't think so, well, I want you to pour a cup of water in this cone, and you pour a cup of water in your plastic cone, come back in 24 hours, you tell me what's up. All right. Now, moving on past that, the cone is stitched to the surround, which y'all can see right here. But let's look at this surround. Now, we knew that Kicker pioneered the rib surround back with the CVR series. Y'all remember that? And everybody talked about it. Man, that's ugly. Blah, blah, blah. I've been reading y'all guys on Facebook 8, 9 years ago. Say that was the stupidest thing y'all ever seen. Now Digital Design got rib subs. Toro Tech Force got rib sub. That same design that Kicker went away. Nah, Kicker didn't really. Yeah, that same design that Kicker incorporated when they were just, now this what I want y'all to notice. When Kicker first, look at the old Kicker CVRs. The ribs that they had on the surround, they wasn't angled like they are now. These ribs are not like some of the ones who are copying Kicker design and just going straight across. These ribs are at an angle. And I'm wondering, why did they do that? But I'm thinking I know the reason. For increased linearity. Because since it is a circle, it's not actually pushing completely outward as you would think with your human eye. Never believe your eye. They actually trying to, the slight warping they may have because of the forces being subjected to this cone is being augmented, or not augmented, attenuated by how they align these ribs. See, everybody's putting the ribs on, and that's what Kicker was doing first. They were just straight across. I mean, there was no angle to them all the way around. Everybody made fun of them about doing it. Okay, now that now they doing, they said, okay, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna put this little ridge over them. This ridge over, and I'm gonna tell you something else too. And I wanted to see that just why I stuck my hand here. They put the angle on the ribs. On the woofers that have the ribs, they go straight across, right? Mm-hmm. And when you put your hand underneath, you can't feel because the ribs are just raised over the top. Mm-hmm. They're mimicking Kicker's design, okay? But when you put your hands up on the Kicker rib, this is actually a rib. There's actually a groove. I kind of raises up. I can stick my hand between the groove, and the groove starts here, and as it gets top here, it starts like a point, gets wider, and it tapers back off again. So the rib is actually not only you increasing the surface area, it actually has more room for a flex because there's a groove in there. Mm. There's a groove inside this rib, which is going to lead to even more accurate reproduction. And then to top it all the way off, baby, what do you notice about this surround in comparison to any other subwoofer surround? Touch it and you tell me the difference. Touch this one. Mm-hmm. Touch this one. Mm-hmm. And look at that one. What's the difference? What's the difference? Boy, y'all finna get a treat. I ain't think about that. I hope the whole thing blocked because y'all can't see nothing. What's the difference?
Firmness.
No, what of the material? What's this?
You got me on that one.
It's rubber.
Yeah, it feels different.
This is rubber. And that's foam.
Okay.
Which one you think gonna last the longest?
Of course.
The rubber. And you hear guys say, no, I'm in sound.
That's why my interpretation of it, I said it's firm.
Yeah, it's a lot firmer.
Yeah.
It's a lot firmer because it's gonna last. Right, it's gonna last a lot longer. This rubber not only is going to rigidity and help control the linearity of the cone and allow that extreme excursion, but it's also gonna get back to its shape. More times than not, last longer, aka last longer, get back to its original shape a lot quicker, last longer, more points, no impact by UV. Well, foam just as strong as rubber. It is. Well, this is what I want you to do. I drive a diesel, right? It got rubber tires. I want you to pull up in your diesel with your foam tires. And let's race.
Yeah, exactly.
That's who.
May the best man win.
Well, the best man win. I'll take rubber any day. I'm sorry, brother. Get with the feature. So that's and then the Kicker got a little red sticker to put right here too as well. But that is the breakdown of the Kicker CompQ. There is a lot of the FS is 39. I told you I didn't tell you. The EP of this, now everyone know Kickers do good in sealed boxes. And they do good in ported boxes too. That's what I build, ported boxes and sealed boxes. But Kicker has went away from what they're customly known for in the Kicker sound, and they have geared a subwoofer in the CompQ that is severely suited for a ported enclosure. This subwoofer it'll sound great in the seal, but it's more amped, supremely suited for a ported box with an EBP of 83. So this is a different sound that Kicker is giving you. We know the Kicker's customarily sound, all encompassing bass in the solar barrier, bass and accuracy with the Q class. And now, I can't wait to hear it. Mm-hmm. My partner told me, he said, man, you're not going to believe it. He said, man, that thing there, I didn't think it was a single 10. He said, I can't wait till you put it in a ported box. But anyway, next up, free air testing. And after free air testing, we're going to do it in a box. And then, the giveaway. Thanks to Kip and Kicker, man. There you go, baby. Beautiful boy. Peace. Let's go with it, man. Too sexy foot mine.
Yeah, it is.
God, I wish it would. If it wasn't 11 inches, wide, I would have 2 of these in that mega cab. It would be 2 of these in that mega cab.
Can we do one?
That's 11. Yeah, I could do one and bring it down. I get 11 inches. I bring it down and do one. But I'm going to get this away. I'm going to buy my own.
Okay, but still, let me ask this question. So, will one of those sound better than 2/8?
No, the KICKER got more corn here. Let me in this video. Damn, it's 20 minutes. Shit.